Hello Virgos, welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, ground it down to the physical with some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career. I pull a spread on your love life, and then I close it out with spirit guide messages. Virgos, okay, I'm gonna preface this here. It's nothing bad, I promise. But there is just like a little bit of mixed energy. So I want you to take it as it resonates for you, through deep reflection and honesty, of course, but also recognition and self-empowerment. With that said here, Virgos, there's this weird underlying energy of cause and effect. You guys got a cause and effect card. You got the life review card. You got an awakening card. And there may be a little bit of, again, this is either happening to you or you might have done this, and that's okay. We all make mistakes. We're human. We're here to make mistakes. There's a little bit of abusing our power in a certain situation, though, okay? Whether it be, doing something that we know is just blatantly or energetically wrong, or just goes against, good faith, whatever that may be. Okay, either way, there's cause and effect. I'm going to start with this card here. Now, for others of you guys, this was done to you, and if it was done to you, it's somebody who is in a position to be domineering, like a boss, for example, because a lot of this is kind of showing up in regards to work with abuse of power. So for some of you guys, it's like you're making a name for yourselves, but you're abusing your power or something like that, or somebody here, they're abusing their power in a way because they have more, they're the boss at work or whatever. It's like they have more pull in and energy. It's definitely very ego based. Okay. So again, take that as it resonates for you. The whole reading is not like that. Thankfully here it's actually really positive and there's a lot of good coming out of this. I even have downloads for you, but I've got to get this energy out of the way, otherwise it will just sit on my shoulders until I say it out loud, just because I am a channeler and that's how it works. So dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spiritual world there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Okay. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor, okay? Again, no matter how it's perceived, it's favorable. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pays off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything that you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Moving to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyways. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. So here's the deal. Like I said, either you did something and it got self-corrected, no big deal. We live, we learn, we're over it. And again, like I said, my wife has she's got Virgo in her first house. She's a Virgo rising. Okay. So in no way would my wife resonate with like doing anything wrong in that sense here. She's the kindest, most loving person. I love Virgos. One of my best friends is a Virgo. How beautiful if you're watching. Hope you and your children are well. So know that there's no like vendetta with me. I mean, every time I feel like I give something that is perceived as slightly negative, people are like, you just hate us. And I'm like, I absolutely don't. So, but I just have to read the cards. Now this life review card talks about kind of reviewing where we may have messed up, where we may have not messed up here. So if you are in a position of power and you messed up, it's all right. Just own it. No big deal. We're moving forward here. It's self-correcting anyways. Others of you guys, there's somebody here who messed up with you. They abused their power in regards to you here, and you're about to get justice. So either way, there's justice involved, and it's self-correcting, energetic, universal energies here. You also got the awakening card, which talks about how much you have been through. Okay, you've been to rock bottom. This awakening card is actually representative of the Phoenix rising energy. So there's this like Phoenix rising energy about you right now. You've been through so much. You've burned yourself to a crisp, to ashes here, and now there's a rebirth. All right. And I love that here. Virgos, you guys are learning how to advocate for yourselves. There's something here where you need to stand up to. It's like you no longer are allowed to be treated like you're alien to society, or don't allow people to ostracize you or step on you or walk on you. You're very knowledgeable. You're very giving. You're very good at what you do. So no letting people walk all over you here. It's like know your truth and stand in your truth. It's not letting people dictate who you are any longer with the Four of Cups here. I definitely see wish fulfillment coming in, and a lot of you guys that are making a name for yourself here, where you're like you work with money, you're a financial investor. Okay, there's something here about you guys taking risks and it creating the reward. There's something about fame and whatever right that is, okay? You could be famous in a community. You could be a famous doctor in a hospital. You could be a famous tattoo artist here. It doesn't matter how that shows up. A famous yoga instructor. Brittany's my famous yoga instructor. Or Pilates instructor. She does Pilates too. And so many other wonderful things. She's so multifaceted and talented. But there's something here about exposure coming in, okay? And you are being prepared for this exposure through all the adversity that you have faced. Let's go ahead and go over all of your downloads. So I was going to do your guys' reading last night, but then I just decided to lay down and relax and more so advocate for myself so I don't reach burnout. So I've decided to do 3 readings per day, and I'll get to the rest of the signs after a little bit later. Give me one moment though. I am going to change that. There we go. I have written so much today. Oh my gosh, where are you guys? Dude, I have so many videos planned for everyone on this channel, so I'm very excited here. I see where I'm wrong. I was in the social posts folder here. Okay, it got Cancer, Virgo. So drive, focus, goals, dreams, plans into purpose, and dreams into reality is oh, thank you for acknowledging that. I appreciate that. I can only, make sure that I embody what I teach, or else it's going to be obvious to everyone that I don't, And it's really important here that I share my messages and not my mess. So thank you for acknowledging that. But drive, focus, goals, dreams, plan into purpose, and dreams into reality. And that is definitely happening with this wish fulfillment card here. We have fitness goals and taking health into your hands / supplements I wrote down. So some of you guys could be taking vitamins or some sort of health supplements. I just heard biotin for some reason. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, biotin, okay? Taking your health in your hands here though. Taking care of business. That's right. When I was channeling your guys' energy yesterday, I heard that song where it's like, taking care of business every day. Okay, taking care of business. It's like a super old song way before my generation, but that song was popping up here. So I feel like you guys are taking care of business and it's all yours. All right. Your ancestors and guides are with you. They're showing you signs and leading you forward. There's going to be a big payoff for effort, big win, and jackpot. You just signed up at the gym. I love that. I love that. My wife and I will be at the gym tomorrow morning, so see you there. We tanned at the gym last night. So my wife is all red today. But anyways, what I'm really excited for is the cryotherapy. But anyways, payoff for effort, big win, and jackpot. 777 can be significant for you, but it doesn't have to be, okay? BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. I don't know what that is. It kind of sounds like a street name. But anyways, oh, the musician spirit said, gotcha. That's the artist of the song that I was singing. Perfect. Okay, I don't know. Again, that's way beyond my time here. However, I like the jingle in my head, okay? I don't know how I know it. Probably my grandfather. By the way, talking about my grandfather, isn't he handsome? Look at, I've got my papa in here. Okay, we've got his ashes in here. Not all of them, obviously. And I've got my mommy right here. And then I've got a bracelet that I'm also going to put my mother's ashes in. So I'm so grateful. May she rest in peace. Today is her birthday, all the way up in heaven. So just very grateful, very loved, and happy to wear my loved ones on me. Even though some people might think that's weird. I am weird. I own it. All right, let's jump into you guys though. So the awakening card, death and rebirth here. It is that Phoenix rising energy, okay? Should you only be looking into your main sign? Never. So you could look into your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, and then you'd want to look at your Venus sign for your love life. That would be a good one for your love life. And then your emotions, or your moon sign for your love life as well, because it rules over our emotions here. But, you know, click on what resonates for you. Sometimes I'll click on a random sign, like it'll be like, oh, Sagittarius. And then in the specific year and chart, I actually am like a progressive chart, I believe it's what it's called. I'm like a Sagittarius sun or whatever, and I'm like, oh, those Sagittarius readings resonate with me here. So Virgo is your rising, Cap, Sun, and Moon, yes. But yeah, check in with Francesca. She's great. She's not here today, but she is wonderful. Okay. Self-advocacy here. There's something that you need to advocate for yourselves. Make sure that you are standing up for yourselves. We have this experienced job person no longer serves you. There's somebody here who you might be interested in, like a quick fling one night stand here. This person is going to be an energy harvester though, so be careful of actually going into that. It would be considered a reckless investment, but what you want is coming in very soon, especially in regards to love. I feel like you recently decided, you might have like recharted or reframed what love looks like to you. Okay, and there's something here about you be planning a vacation as well, or there's something here like you took a break from dating, and because of that, it's like when you get back into the game, you're very refreshed, you're very renewed, and that love is really going to be able to come in for you. So let's shuffle live on camera and see what we have here for my Virgos. Messages please for the Virgo collective. Messages please for the thank you. Rites of passage, very beautiful. Okay, and then we have Universal Mother right behind it, Mama Gaia here, connecting with all that is, recognizing you are part of all that is as well. Very spiritual card. Master number 33, you could be 33 years old. You could be working with the Ascended Masters as well. Threes could be significant. You could be seeing lots of three synchronizations. The power of three, your mind, your body, your spirit, okay, Holy Trinity, whatever your belief system is. But this card says the rites of passage card can indicate that a major change or milestone is about to take place. It is a powerful card that marks an important, possibly life-changing event. There is a sense of renewal surrounding your energy, with the card heralding the beginning of a fresh phase in your life. This card can also indicate a transition in your career and a clearing out of your old life to make way for the new. The woman in this image, let me hold it up here, Holy Trinity, yeah. The woman in this image is reconnecting with her wild nature, which is represented by the tiger. The wise eyes of her higher self look into the world. She is ready. When you were young, you were probably taught to tame the wildness within, to play small and to play it safe, and to stop making people feel uncomfortable with their strong emotions. You would have been encouraged to modify and adapt who you were to fit into society. However, to truly embrace yourself just as you are is a rite of passage, and doing so can be a catalyst for great change. All rites of passage come with an expansion of energy that can initially feel painful or scary. Nevertheless, you are constantly evolving, and your life is a journey of transformation. It is necessary to change and grow so you can become the best version of yourself and take your rightful place in society as a fully functioning adult and accept yourself and others just as you and they are. Okay, very beautiful here. So you guys are in the middle of a rite of passage, okay? I would like to call those initiations. We're being initiated into higher frequencies, into higher timelines. And that's really what I'm getting here. Virgo, do you have Cancer in your chart? Because Cancer's download, if I recollect correctly, yeah, theirs is like super, super spiritual here. They were like predisposed to something. They were slowly groomed to believe the universe worked in certain ways, but now they're forming their own beliefs and aligning to divine truth. So some of you guys predisposed to religious practices, right? And you're like, I'm actually spiritual, you know? Mars and Cancer. Interesting, Brittany. Okay, Grandwater Trine. I love that. We are Grandwater Trine babies then. That's wonderful. I also have a Grandwater Trine. I love being delusional. I'm just kidding. But anyways, yes, that came up for Cancers. Not just, there's a lot more, but yes. Messages, please, for my Virgos, please. Full energy to my Virgos. Thank you, Spirit, for being with us today. Ooh, somebody does not have the pattern recognition and continuity. This is not an isolated incident and they're not seeing the situation clearly. Okay, pattern recognition and continuity here is where they are like, I don't get why you're freaking out about this, but you're like, dude, I've been asking you to see me, to hear me for the past 6 months. And like, this is consistently an issue and an argument, but it's triggered by all these different things that you're doing. So maybe you're not doing the same thing over and over and over again, but what the energy behind what you're doing is saying this, and it's triggering me not feeling seen and heard. You know, it's that type of energy here. So somebody around you does not have pattern recognition or continuity. They think something is an isolated incident, which it makes it hard for them to take accountability in a situation. All right. Yeah, coworker throwing you under the bus for their own advantage. All right. So, hi, thank you guys all for being here. And we have, you cannot force your timeline onto those around you. I was just saying that. Somebody, an old friend of mine, I actually forgot that, well, I don't even know if they follow me or anything, but they must have saw my video here on TikTok. I'm seeing this person since, honestly, probably like 10 years, 12 years maybe. But, you know, there's that energy here where they were just like, that doesn't exist or whatever, deserving doesn't exist. And I'm like, listen, bro, it doesn't matter what I think or what you think. It's all semantics, okay? I'm trying to reach people where they're at consciously so that we can elevate their consciousness. So if you don't understand where I'm coming from and you want to respond to something due to ego and feeling that you want to show that you're still better or you're still spiritual or whatever it is, you know, then that's a different thing here. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this. It's like there's a lot of people that will come to you through ego. They're not able to actually understand you. I'm not saying understand, I'm saying understand, because they don't have the self-awareness or the reflection of it, within them. Okay, we also have, it's naive to think that you are an exception to the pattern that people had before you existed in their life. All right, so let's go ahead and see what all of this is about. There's something going on here. I know we like to think that people are going to change for us, but they never do. They have to change for themselves. They have to change because they want to. All right, somebody doesn't have the pattern recognition and continuity. Tell me about that. We have the Four of Wands. This is somebody that you're possibly married to, okay? This is somebody that you possibly celebrate life with. This is somebody that you live in the same house with. This could be a roommate. With the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Hierophant, yeah, you're married to this person. Okay, so this is your partner in some sort of way, your husband, your wife. Possibly a Taurus, does not have to be. Five of Wands, but there's been arguments going on and this person doesn't understand you enough to actually take accountability in that way, okay? I don't resonate with anyone when it's lonely. I understand it, baby. You be an alien here and you will find your tribe will come towards you. Messages, please. The High Priestess. Yeah, see, this person has a difficult time understanding their intuition or listening to their intuition. With the Temperance in the reverse, Sagittarius energy, Pisces, Piscean energy as well showing up here. You could have these in your chart. They could have them in their chart, but they're just influential energies regardless. With the Temperance in the reverse, it's like this person's very unbalanced and they're refusing to see things from your perspective. And so I feel like you have a tendency to almost keep quiet because the High Priestess is like, shh, let me keep quiet, okay? Arguing as you speak, no. Let me keep quiet, right? But I don't want to trigger this person here, or I don't want to bring this up because then they're just gonna, you know, they're gonna think that I'm needy or I'm this or I'm that, and it's like you're kind of absorbing problems that are not your own, problems that another person should have they should have a developed frontal cortex, spirits. Okay, they should, but that doesn't mean that they do. Okay, there's a difference here. So yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. This is some sort of like karmic lesson for the both of you. You in a positive way of learning how to advocate for yourself and articulate yourself, but also recognizing how you can't force your timeline on people around you, and you have to recognize, why do you keep letting this person hurt you in that way? Is this person adding value to your life? Is this somebody that you want to continue to grow with? Or do you see that maybe this might not be the relationship for you? And that's for you to decide, not for me to decide. The Hermit card and the Ten of Pentacles. You've been with this person for a very long time. You guys got kids together, you got the house, the marriage. I'm talking to somebody like that, okay? You are in the right in the situation, okay? I feel like you have a lot more inclination to, or you're a lot more inclined to go within for your answers. This person is not. This person still uses some sort of coping mechanisms where they go out, they got to go hit a punching bag, they got to go have a beer, you know. This individual doesn't really have the drive to, you know, utilize psychology or self-help or really become a better version of themselves. Yeah, the Chariot card in the reverse here. I just heard dragon ass. Okay, so they were just kind of dragging their butt. If they are arguing, they care. My husband and I are not in contact, separated, been married 31 years. I don't agree with if they're arguing they care. That's actually a very superlative way of viewing something. And it's not entirely accurate, Christy. You know, my narcissistic ex-husband would argue with me over everything. The way that I wear my nails, the way that I wear my shirts, what friends I could hang out with. That's not because they cared. That's because they wanted control. They wanted to show me that they were more powerful than me. And that's not always right. So saying that they argue because they care is not always the correct approach, and it's not going to work for everyone. It's important to ask deeper questions before soliciting advice like that. You know, because sometimes, of course, some people are arguing and they're bringing things up because they care and they just want to be seen and heard by this person. But sometimes that's a deep soul lesson for that individual to learn, and they're arguing in circles with an individual who does not have the mental, physical, or spiritual capacity to actually support and empower their partner in the way that they're seeking. So it's really individual, it's based on individual needs rather than a collective need. Okay, just want to address that though, because I don't want to give the wrong advice. I take a lot of accountability and responsibility, being that it is a platform here and I don't know who's going to be watching my channel. So it's in no way of attacking or anything like that at all. I appreciate you being active. I just want to be correcting in that sort of way, because I don't want the wrong person in an abusive relationship to see that and run away with that and be like, well, they love me, that's why they beat me. They love me, that's why they're arguing with me about what type of shirt I wear, because that's not always true, you know? So, okay, with all that said, let's move forward here. Coworker throwing you under the bus for their own advantage. The Fool card here. This could be an Aries or an Aquarius with that, all right? You have 2 grand water trines, Christina, that's crazy. Knight of Swords here. Yeah, somebody here, they're wanting to like argue with you. They're wanting to blame you for certain things. They're targeting you. But this person here isn't thinking things through. They're just acting justice. And they are going to get karma for this. This could be a Libra that's doing this, okay? As well here. But it doesn't have to be. But somebody here, there's going to be balance and correction. Yeah, 9 of Wands. They want you in a vulnerable position in some sort of way, okay? How are they throwing them under the bus? So they want you to make some stupid mistake so that it makes them look better, is what I'm hearing. But you're actually going to be the one that looks better here, because it's like they would have messed up with what they gave you. So for whatever reason, I'm thinking of the scenario here. I saw this in a video once where in the healthcare field, this was on TikTok, this lady worked in healthcare, and another nurse who hated her guts wanted her to mess up so badly that she'd get fired from her job. So she was like, hey, I need you to go administer this medicine to this patient. And, you know, she's like, okay, yeah, no problem, of course. She goes to administer it, and she's like, wait a minute. She checked the log, and she's like, they just had their medicine administered. And so she asked the other nurse about it, and the nurse was like, no, I said what I said. Go do it. Go administer the medicine here. What that nurse wanted the other nurse to do was mess up basically on the patient, like screw it for the patient here. So that it would fall back on her because she would be the last nurse to have administered the medication, would have put that patient in overdose, and then it would have landed on her. It's that type of energy here where it's like you're smart enough to actually follow protocol, to check the logs, to do something. You don't have to work in nursing or anything, but you could, obviously, since that example popped into my head here. But there is something about that. And you are the type where it's like they might have messed up that way, but you have this divine inclination here. Okay? That's people's lives and health. I completely agree. That's why it always stuck with me, because I was like, there's no way that actually happens. That's insane. But it's a true story. So, and that girl never lost her job, you know? But anyways, there's this like, you're very good at alchemizing. You're very good at thinking for yourself. You're led by your own North Star, okay? Your own North Node here. Your ancestors and guides are also with you. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles in the reverse and the Knight of Wands in the reverse with the 9 of Pentacles in the upright. You're not going to actually make the mistake, but there's somebody who's trying to set you up to make that mistake. Tell me about you cannot force your timeline on those around you. Okay, we have the 4 Swords in the reverse and the 8 of Pentacles. Not everyone has the same mastery, the same experiences as you. And even if they come from a good place or you can see their potential, remember that potential essentially is what you would do if you were them. It's what you would do with their qualities, with their talents, with, everything that they've got going on for them. Potential really isn't real. It's a projection, again, of how you view the other person. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here in this situation, 9 of Wands. It'll end up backfiring on you because you'll be disappointed. When you set yourself up with expectation, then it leads to disappointment more often than it doesn't. And especially Virgo, I know that it comes from a really heartfelt, loving place, but sometimes people just aren't willing to see things that way. They're not willing to do things that way. I'm trying to think of an example for this, but I'm sure you guys can come up with one. Oh, perfect. Yeah, totally. So for example, that commenter here, she came from such a heartfelt place of wanting to share, and I really, really appreciate it. But sometimes it's not seen all in that way, or it's not articulated in the most right way. But it doesn't mean that came from a bad place, right? And I can see that. I know that. And that's kind of like an example of that there, and it's in no way meant to like be disappointing. It's really, it shows maturity to be able to have like a good conversation back and forth, and to add and partake in conversations and to learn from each other, okay? But not everyone's willing to learn from each other, And tell me about it's naive to think that you're an exception to the pattern that people had before you existed in their life. Queen of Swords in the reverse. So there's some sort of negative self-talk because you feel you're blaming something on yourself. You're blaming something on yourself here. Give me just a second. I'm sorry. Okay. There's like this self-criticism, all right? Yeah, Ace of Cups, self-depreciation, Spirit said. That's kind of going on here when it needs to be self-advocacy of, hey, listen, I can recognize that maybe we're on alternative timelines. Maybe we are not aligned to each other anymore. And I honor you as your own individual, and I honor myself as my own individual. So this comes a lot. This happens a lot in regards to like friendships, for example. I may have certain beliefs about dating, but my friends don't necessarily adhere to that. They're like, hey, it's just a one night stand. Like, what's the harm in that? And I'm like, there's a lot of harm in that. What are you doing to yourself? Like, have some self-respect. But self-respect looks different to different people. And it doesn't mean that my friend's wrong or I'm wrong. It just means that maybe our values are not necessarily aligned, and that's okay, especially in that situation, So it's one of those things. Oh, nice. Okay. Wifey's off work early, so that's all she was calling. We like to talk to each other on the way home. So yeah, she's calling. She's like, what am I gonna do on my way home now? Listen to a podcast, my love. Listen to a podcast. That's one thing that I love doing, a book on tape or like a podcast. Do you guys do that, or do you guys blast music? I used to blast music, but now I'm like, I could use my time more wisely. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, yes, Ace of Wands in the reverse here. Just be careful here, especially with family. So for example, if this is with your family, it's really hard to accept that like our family can't see things from higher perspectives, or that they're stuck with certain lenses of perception, but that doesn't mean that they're bad people. Okay, yes, of course, if they're harming you or harming others, that can be perceived as bad, or harming themselves, of course. However, if it's harm to none, then it is what it is. So for example here, my Nana, she's a boomer. She's a boomer, okay? And there's nothing wrong with boomers, but they have a very fixed way of thinking, and that's due to their Leo and Pluto. They were raised in the generation where everything was given to them and passed down to them. They had houses passed down to them, cars passed down to them, jewelry passed down to them, values passed down to them. They were raised by the generation in Cancer, which is nurturing energy. And then they went to selfishness energy, all right? And so... disagreeing and talking to get to the same page. Absolutely, Christy. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Okay, with the Ten of Cups, though, in the reverse, it could just be different alignment of beliefs, and that is okay because we are mostly different generations, and that's what a family is. You have the grandfather, the great-grandfather, the father, the son, you know what I mean? Like the cousin, the uncle. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, and that's okay. It's these generational things, and that's what I feel like it is, though. But just don't think that you're an exception to the pattern that people have. So if people have a pattern of gossiping in your family, for example, when you walk away from your family member, don't be upset when you find out that all the private information that you shared with them is being shared with your sister, your uncle, your cousin, their goldfish, their dog, because that's the way that that individual is. That's the programming that is innately within them, okay? And it's okay. Well, it's okay to be upset, but have those healthy boundaries for yourself and advocate for yourself in a way of like, I know that this person operates like this. So when I'm around this person, to alleviate any potential, opportunities for me to be in a position to be really angry at them, I'm just not going to share certain information with them. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? It's like that type of energy here. Okay. So yeah, people are being forced to see your worth though, because you're falling in love with who you are, Virgo. And a lot of people see that. Like, I feel like there's a lot of individuals that have formulated opinions about you based on how they chose to see you, but that's not the truth. Ooh, you also have somebody swearing that you're sending negative things their way, but it's just their own bad karma. So whatever that is for them. Okay, that's on them here. I love that. At least you're honest, though. I love that. I really do. I have a friend, yeah, she's just so honest. She'll just be like, yeah, I fucked up, and I did this, and I did that, and I'm just like sitting there with her, and I'm just like, I admire you so much. I really do. Most people don't have the capacity to take accountability in that way, It's the neurodivergence. Yeah, I'm neurodivergent too, but all my family thinks I'm super secretive. Even my wife said that I'm like secretive. Not secretive with her, but she said that people think I'm secretive. I don't know. I don't get it, because I'm like, I tell you guys all my business. Honestly, I look after my readings, I'm like, I need to shut up. Like, why am I sharing this information? I don't even know what these people look like on the internet, So, but I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? I don't think I'm secretive. But yeah, it's the Scorpio energies. She wasn't even saying that. She actually said it was my Cancer rising that makes me secretive. And I was like, how? And she's like, well, the way that you don't want your kids on the internet and da-da-da. I was like, that's not secretive. That's mama bear. Like, that's just mama bear. But anyways, yeah. Messages for Virgos. Ooh, Virgos, some of your kids might be being bullied during this time right now, okay? Past life issue came out here as well, and then we have aligned with inner peace. So things are going to get easier. I'm seeing Six of Swords energy in my mind. There is some sort of spiritual warfare that is going on. Spirit wants you to focus on yourself and focus on your goals right now. That was your spiritual download originally. Tell me about kids being bullied. Okay, there's a group, possibly girls. It feels like girls here that are bullying. Tell me about the kids being bullied. Yeah, Lover's card. Possibly a Gemini that's getting bullied. Okay, or Gemini that's doing the bullying here. Ten of Wands in the reverse. You're trying to eliminate that from somebody's life through wands, and it just keeps remanifesting. All right, so I feel like your child kind of gets bullied no matter where they go. It's just like they make a new friend group, and then it's like next thing you know, that's happening again with the Eight of Wands here in the reverse. Yeah, Page of Swords in the reverse and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it just continues to happen, like no matter what. They join a new cheer squad, and this cheer squad's even cattier than the last one, or a new sport, and it's like this one's even worse, you know? You have to understand that your child has a light about them. And what Spirit, yeah, Two of Cups in the reverse. What Spirit is trying to teach your child here is not easy. And it's very difficult. And I resonate with your child, okay? Top of the deck, geez, Five of Wands. The thing is that people are going to go out of their way to make this child feel small because of their light. And I don't even think that they're aware, especially as children. Children are just mean. They're really ruthless. Not making excuses or justifying it, but just being realistic and practical. These people are definitely very cat-like. There's a lot of cats down here, so I'm getting like cat-like energy. Okay, Six of Wands here, and they feel like your child steals the spotlight from them. So what they do is they highlight the things that they're insecure about within your child, so other people are busy looking at them rather than looking at your child rather than looking at themselves. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. This has been happening for a while, Four of Wands, and it's become a struggle. I feel like your child's heart chakra, not your child's heart shutting down, the heart chakra though is closing, okay? It kind of feels like there's like a rock in my chest right now. Six of Pentacles, because your child, although loving and very generous, isn't received that way. They're actually bullied because of it. Yeah, the King of Wands. And the Seven of Cups. They're trying to mislead your child's way of thinking, though. It's like they're almost trying to like reprogram. You know, it's like when you give your iPhone an update, right? There's going to be new functions, new systems put into place. They're trying to put a system into your child. The Hierophant here. And the best way to avoid that artificial system into your child is to get them into some sort of devoted practice with Spirit, whether it's church, God, the scripture. It could be meditation, spiritual practices, EFT, holistic practices, Reiki, anything that improves their self-advocacy and their confidence within themselves. So the thing is, yeah, and promotes them to trust themselves here. This is all part of their destiny, because what they're learning in this lifetime is how to become reliant on self-validation rather than external validation. Okay, and there's a lot of toxic patterns that they're kind of being initiated through, so that they have the sense of self-justice to be like, that is not good. I never want to be a part of that. I don't want to do that. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. It does hurt. Okay. Yeah, the Sun card here. But, geez, the Two of Swords. Okay. It is kind of creating a blockage here, though. So one thing, again, I would just recommend, first thing, sports. Sports are a great way to make sure our children are receiving that physical activity. Number two, monitoring and recognizing their nutrition. The reason, and doesn't mean that they can't have a candy bar. In fact, baby, take them to Dairy Queen, buy them an ice cream, sit down with them, check in with them. Hey, what's going on? Where are you at mentally here? How do you feel about yourself? What are 3 things that you love about yourself? Actually, that's one thing I want you to do with this child every single day. What are 3 things that you love about yourself? And they cannot say the same three things that they said yesterday. And I can promise you, as time goes on, it's going to get harder and harder and harder to choose things that they love about themselves. And it's going to encourage more in-depth thinking and recognize that the things that they love about themselves are so much deeper than what society has conditioned us to believe is worthy of love. So for example, as women, a lot of women are terrified of aging. Why? Because we've been conditioned that if we age, then we will be abandoned for a newer model, right? That's one thing here that we're conditioned to. And that conditioning also promotes consumerism. Buy this, get Botox, do this, it'll make your skin firmer, you won't get wrinkles. Take this vitamin, you won't get gray hair. Watch out for saggy skin, don't gain weight. It's all consumerism. It's all to play off of certain vulnerabilities. I actually just wrote a post about this. I haven't posted it though. I've been writing posts this whole time here. I've been really like just inspired to write lately, so I've been doing a lot of writing. I wrote, the social construct around aging women stems from a collective trauma response that manifests in ways society devalues natural aging. This, compounded by consumerism, which exploits insecurities in age to fuel industries focused on anti-aging products, cosmetic procedures, and youth-centric ideals. Women are often conditioned to fear the natural progression of aging, associating it with loss of beauty, relevance, or worth. The pressure is reinforced by the media and marketing campaigns that promote unattainable standards, encouraging constant consumption to fix what aging is supposedly diminishes. At its core, this construct is a cultural discomfort with morality and change, redirecting that anxiety into profit-driven narratives that disproportionately target women. It's not just women though, it's men too. You know what I mean? Y'all's receding hairlines, we saw it. Okay, it's just beauty standards and everything. I'm just joking around, by the way. You know, so, and of course that could be part of it here, where it's like empowering our children by asking the right questions so that they don't have the same social constructs essentially, and they're not as conditioned to consumerism and believing these paradigms and these indoctrinations that we all were raised in and had to disperse ourselves of, okay, or are still working through. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal if you want to look young forever. I don't care. I don't know about you though. I want to grow old. I'm gonna be a hot old lady, okay, with saggy skin, stretch marks, the whole shebang, gray hair. I'm gonna have it. All right, let's see. I want to look like an old crone. Past life issue though, what's this in regards to here? We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so abandonment is a past life issue. And Five of Wands, there's some sort of conflict around finances as well. So you guys are going through reinstating your financial beliefs and what that looks like to you, your financial constructs. I actually have a video coming out about that. Like I said, I've been writing. All right. I definitely see you taking back your power in a situation. For some of you guys, you're in a relationship with a past life partner. This partner could be a Scorpio with the Emperor card, or an Aries with the Emperor card, or the Judgment card. It could also be a Capricorn. A Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn strongly, or you could have those in you. Shit, scared me. Sorry about that. Okay. But I feel like you're being guided to take back your power from this individual. Maybe this is not the relationship for you. There could be a lot of fights or arguments here. This is where you need to advocate for yourself, yeah, or walk away entirely. Okay, Six of Swords in the reverse. If your relationship doesn't end now, the real test is definitely going to be at the beginning of the year. I want to say, I can't remember exactly when it is. I think it's like March or something like that. I mean, there's going to be a Venus retrograde next year, and it's definitely triggering you, Virgo, okay? It's definitely going to be in your sign, and it's going to be in Cancer as well. So, it's going to hit like Aries. It's going to hit a couple different signs really specifically. My wife will talk about the astrology next year when she gets that video out. But that's just something to consider here, where it's like it's going to be a make or break it energy for a lot of couples here. Right at the beginning of the year here, we're starting off with a bang, okay? A bang in our beliefs. Tell me about spiritual warfare. The Queen of Wands. You are naturally talented. You are naturally a magician, okay? There is this spiritual warfare against you, but you can definitely defeat it. Yeah, you can create your wards, you can create your protection here, create your rituals essentially. The Queen of Wands promotes rituals here. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. this is like an emotional warfare here, you know, where it's like abusers slowly condition us to believe certain things about ourselves. So your spiritual warfare is actually showing up emotionally, and it's slowly conditioning you to accepting breadcrumbs and such, okay? So be careful of that. For some of you guys, the spiritual warfare is showing up in regards to a person in your life who is financially dominant or greedy. It's conditioning you not to trust your intuition, and it's only going to get worse, so just be mindful of that. Okay, focus on yourself and your goals during this time as much as possible. Some of you guys have a dickhead boss, literally, that's showing up here. All right. Again, we already know what's going to happen with that. Yeah. Just be careful if somebody's setting you up at work. It could be your boss even. Be mindful, follow procedure, policy, etc. Messages for work and career, actually. For my Virgos, what do they need to know during this time? Messages, please, for Virgos. Thank you. Okay. Abuse of power came right back out, baby. You own a metaphysical shop. You are the... I love that. Let me come work for you. I'm tired of being my own boss. Honestly. Biotin is a B vitamin which helps with hair, skin, and nails. My actual... Oh, I love that. Thank you for that confirmation, Monica. I know you're at the beginning of the reading here, but that comment just showed up for me. So, yeah, thank you. I know you're going to hear thank you way later if you stick around. But abuse of power came out for you guys. You got somebody really overdoing it here. For some of you, you could be overdoing it. Again, take it as it resonates for you. It doesn't matter. It does, but it doesn't, you know? Okay, I feel like you're the type of person who's really learning to share your message. You're learning to activate your throat chakra to advocate for yourself, okay? You're being guided right now. You have some evil eye on you, though, so I would definitely do a cleansing here, a spiritual cleansing. There could be somebody else abusing their power towards you as well. Right? Meaning that's like they're sending you evil eye, they're doing spell work on you, they're trying to dominate you in some sort of way. For those of you guys that are looking for an interview, a callback, or an audition somewhere, I do see you getting it. Somebody might be noticing you, but you still need to do your spiritual cleanse. Keep up with your guys' spiritual hygiene. Okay, you could always shop on my shop as well. We have protection sprays. I use this all the time. I made this for my kids as well. I also have children versions too for your children being bullied. You can do glamour magic, okay? And we put herbs and crystals and oils here into this. I set intentions for the kids to find the right teachers, friends, etc., opportunities, and then protection here. My kids use it. My daughter instantly, first day, she's like, I'm so popular, oh my gosh, and she is. She's very popular. She had a huge sleepover her first week of school at our house. Got to meet all the moms and everything like that. It was pretty cool. So, I mean, this stuff really does work. But you could also get this stuff for yourself here on my website. I offer a whole entire oil set. I've got one for glamour, I've got one for money, I've got one for evil eye and protection, and then I've got one for destruction. Because, you know, throw that in here, that destruction oil in a warding bowl. You know what I mean? And yeah, she's a Leo. We love her. But again, my Gemini and my Aries, they're doing great too, and they use it as well. All my kids use it here. So I make my wife, everyone has their own. My wife has one she uses before she goes to work. Everybody's got their own in my house. It's so important here to use that and protect yourself from these things. Like, people can send me evil eye all they want. I actually like encourage that energy because I use it. I am an alchemical magician, which means that if they want to give me their free energy, that's amazing, and then I transform it into whatever I would like to. I'm not going to say what I've got going on here, but whatever I would like to here. And I do teach how to do that. If you guys don't know how to ward and protect yourselves, FlavoredVivid.com. Send me a message on FlavoredVivid.com and I will send you over my warding and protection course. It's only $33, already done. You can watch the video at your convenience. Here it comes with a PDF, so you don't even have to write down the hundreds of herbs and candle colors and everything else that I teach in that, okay? So, moving forward here. Tell me about this abuse of power.
Okay, Judgment card. Ooh, somebody's getting karma. Three Pentacles. Could be a group of people that are about to get their karmas here because they tried to create some sort of delay, okay? They tried to work against you and create some sort of delay. They tried to create something, but now they're the ones experiencing the delay because you were actually operating in your heart center. You were operating in purity here. Tell me about sharing your message. Yeah, the High Priestess and the Four of Pentacles. Stop holding back, okay? There's like intuitive nudges or insights that you receive. Stop second guessing yourself, okay? Start speaking up, even if you look insane. I heard a quote, or I said a quote actually on my short earlier here, where how exactly did it go? I'm sorry, I've got to look it up. Okay. For the outside world, the only difference between lunatic and genius is public success. And that's what I'm getting here for you. I apologize, you guys. I keep getting those Amber Alerts. I swear, I'm not gonna lie, Texas is kind of scary. You get like 15 Amber Alerts a day. I don't know what's going on, but my children will never be alone. No. Anyways, hope that this interruption didn't cause too much madness here. So, the only difference between lunacy, basically, and genius is the public success, okay, in that situation. So I need you guys to start sharing your downloads, start sharing your intuition, start putting your gifts out there. Tell me about evil eye on your work or business. 10 of Pentacles here. Somebody knows that you're about to be very wealthy. Somebody knows that you're stepping into a lot of success and there's so much out there for you. You're building a legacy for yourself, okay? It's like you're putting down the foundational bricks. Yeah. Chariot card, and they want you confused on which direction to go, but the universe is leading you, so listen to your intuition. Six of Pentacles here, yes. Everything that you put out, you will receive. Eight of Swords. Don't second guess yourself, okay? And don't give your power away to other people to determine who you are or what you can accomplish in life. There's going to be a lot of people that don't believe in it, all right? A lot of people. You know, I've got family members that don't believe in what I do. That's okay. I don't care. I don't need their validation here. I don't believe in what they do either. So, you know, don't let that stuff hinder you here. You're going to be very financially secure. And take every stone that's thrown at you and use it to build your tower, your empire. Tell me about interview, callback, and audition. We have Seven of Swords in the reverse. Be very strategic during this interview, okay? Speak confidently is what they're saying. Knight of Cups here. And be very driven, okay? The Empress card here. This new position is going to have a lot of room for you to grow. For some of you guys, you could be a model or an actress in some sort of way, okay? And this role is definitely going to be a lot different than you have been playing in the past. It could actually be like a romance or something like that, whereas you're not really used to that. I do see a lot of late nights with this, though. You might work night shift with this position or this job as well. Not for all of you, that's for some of you. Nine of Cups, but I do see you getting wish fulfillment here. Being very happy about this. I don't remember what the signs are of the people I work with, but I work with a few of you models and actresses here. Some of you guys, you play in some cool films, so it's really cool. I love working with all of you guys. I got the coolest clients. Like, I genuinely am proud of you guys. I am. I'm so proud of all of you. It's so nice. There's so many cool people in this world. Right now, you're going to be fulfilled by your career here. I definitely see you making long-term investments. There's some sort of financial commitments that you are aligned with right now, and you are going to reach those goals. There's just a sense of uncertainty right now, but know everything is well. You are manifesting what you want. For some of you guys, you need to remember that life is an everyday ritual. If you're looking for financial assistance in some sort of way, I definitely see you getting it, or you're receiving help getting a job. Again, for those of you guys that are needing a job right now, okay? But otherwise, I see the rest of you reaching your goals. You're manifesting the money that you're seeking here. You're looking really good. Love life or matters of the heart for Virgos, please. Love life and matters of the heart. Past life relationship, twice. That a past life card has come up for you, Virgos. Some of you guys are dealing with a karmic. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that you can't be with this person. It just means that you have certain lessons that you are contractually aligned to learn from each other. Okay, flirt and getting to know each other. For my singles, you guys are about to meet somebody very soon because you finally decided like what you want and you're not settling for anything less, but it's hard for you to open up to this person. I feel like you're very closed off due to the individuals that you've dated in your past or stories that you've told yourself from the past year. Yeah. And then for my couples, some of you guys are kind of in a karmic relationship again. I feel like you're over the worst though, with the Wheel of Fortune being here. Yeah, the double card in the reverse. There's still some sort of shadow work that is being dug up, is the way that I will put it here, though. Tell me about Stay Free to Love. Thank you. The Moon card, okay. And the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, somebody plays small here in a relationship. Again, we've already talked about this. Don't play small. Focus. I feel like you just kind of are, it's all right, whatever, I'm just going to go focus on what I want to manifest and stuff like that. And that's just, you know, you settling here. So make sure you're advocating for yourself and creating that balance within your love life because you do deserve that. Yep, Temperance card. Again, that balance here within your love life because you do deserve that. Now, for my singles, you took a break from dating, okay? I know you're getting back out there. You're kind of inching in. And you just are not so sure about opening up to somebody new at this point in time. You're kind of guarded. You're kind of defensive. You're kind of like, nah. But what are your intentions here? How much trauma healing have you done? Do you see a therapist? You know what I mean? You're like, I am not doing it again. Do you have a career? What are your goals in life for you? Do you see yourself in 5 years? You're asking real practical questions, but at the same time, it can feel a little bit like an interrogation to this individual. All right. And it's only because you're trying to kind of control a specific outcome. You know what you want, and that's good. Tell me about this, though. Yeah, the Tower card here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries. You don't have to be. King of Wands. You just want to make sure that, like, this person does what they say that they do. You know what I mean? Like, okay, how healed are you, though? Like, you know, tell me about your ex. Because I know that the way that you talk about your ex is going to tell me everything that I need to know. It's that type of energy. The Knight of Cups. This person is very flirty. They're very adventurous, though. They are a leader, okay? This is the type that, you know, can take you out of that stuck feminine energy, or if you are a masculine Virgo and you are a typical masculine role, male, female, doesn't matter. You're the type of person that takes leadership here, and you're very flirtatious and romantic, and you like to plan dates and you like to plan surprises. You know, you're kind of the go-getter here in this situation. Tell me about flirt. Okay, we've got the Hermit card and the Sun card. Virgos, you need to flirt. Literally. Okay. I just feel like it's coming off a little bit dry. It needs to be more obvious. Is what I'm saying to you. All right. I'm only laughing because, number one, it's uncomfortable. Number two, I'm the same way. I'm just like, so do you want to hear about why they called me a duck in 6th grade? You know what I mean? And I tell the most humiliating story about myself. That's me flirting. Because, you know, what is flirting, right? I don't even know. Sometimes I just can be so awkward around other people, especially if I like them. It's like I lose all equilibrium in my brain. We have the Strength card, though. Be bold, be confident here. The person that you're dealing with is really going to be attracted to your confidence, to the way that you're courageous and driven, your strength. They're going to be attracted to the stories and everything that you've overcome here. This person's going to see you as a pillar of empowerment. I feel like in the past, though, you might have told your stories or situations and somebody weaponized them against you. So you're having a hard time opening up to individuals now because of that. You might even put them through a little bit of a test. Maybe you've got Scorpio in your chart. And you're just a little bit unsure here. With the King of Swords, though, and the Death card in the reverse, this person is definitely going to be everything that you haven't experienced. 9 of Pentacles here. And they're not codependent here. Okay, so they have done a lot of their inner work. Ooh, you know what's great? Let me pick it up.
King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Y'all are a perfect match. That's really good energy. You might not see eye to eye on everything. I'm not going to guarantee that's going to be a perfect relationship. But in the year of 2025, a lot of zodiac signs are going to be under the magnifying glass of what is perfectionism and why we're constantly seeking it. So that is going to be a huge yearly theme next year, and I can see why it's kind of starting to come up now because we are at the very end of the year and starting to inch into those energies. Tell me about getting together, getting to know each other. Don't avoid this person's messages. Don't delay responding to them. Or maybe they're doing this to you. Okay, why that? Why is somebody doing this? The Hierophant. And the Empress card. Okay. So it's definitely whoever resonates as the feminine energy. You don't want to seem desperate. You know, I just want to, you know, I'm busy, right? I wasn't around my phone. When, honestly, if anybody is honest with themselves, it is 2024. We carry our phones with us everywhere. I will admit it. I carry the phone to my bathroom. I don't care. I will be staying in my bathtub with my scrubble bubbles and everything else and scrolling or writing a post. I do my best channeling when I'm in the bathtub. So, I mean, if I get a message and yeah, sometimes though I will be real and I'm not going to respond to your message even if I opened it. Not right away because I don't have the mental capacity or I was busy doing something else and I have ADHD. My brain operates differently and I recognize that. I'm having me time, you know? It's all good. It's okay. But be honest about that and just be like, hey, I got your message. I don't want to keep you waiting, but I'm kind of busy with some me time right now. I'm busy with some journaling right now. And I think it's best to give me a moment to kind of recalibrate so that I can articulate myself properly because I find it very meaningful that we're connecting this way. You know, it's important. It's really easy for humans these days to be like, I'm busy. Yeah, aren't we all, buddy? Okay, especially with how overwhelmed, burnt out, and overworked we all are. It's just not an excuse. We gotta stop making excuses and start being the person that we'd want to date. Okay? Oh, start being the person you'd want to date, you know? Knight of Swords here. Communicate, all right? Be driven, be focused, okay? Seven of Pentacles, and kind of evaluate in which ways maybe you're not showing up as your best self, and then you can make better decisions from there. You're dealing with somebody who's very honest, very mature, though, and so I think that they would value and appreciate it just as much as you would, all right? So spend that time. Get to know each other here. If you're in the middle of you time or whatever it may be, good for you. That's okay. That is okay. But just, you know, say that. Nobody's entitled to our time or energy. Don't get burnt out, you know, that's all right. Sometimes the best policy is to be like, hey, I read your message earlier. However, you know, I just wasn't in a position to respond, you know, mentally or physically. I've kind of been all over the place. I'm preparing for a deadline at work, or I was doing my self-care routine, getting a massage, whatever it may be. This person is going to be worth waiting for. You might meet them through friends, by the way, so that'll be fun. Let's go ahead and close this out. Virgos. Postcard from Spirit. Postcard from Spirit for my Virgos. Virgos, you guys are thirsty. Make sure you're drinking water. Huh. I love it. Dearest you, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again, full circle in ways you could not possibly have planned? You wonder how a dream could die, only to be resurrected years later when you're really, really ready for it. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires were unmet. Now, here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. What were we just talking about? We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you'll be called in two directions, and the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present. You've come full circle, and now you can see that everything changes, is made anew, and is given new hope. Loving you always. Virgos, absolutely beautiful reading.
There's so many new paths. You're going through this rite of passage. You get to choose. What frequency do I want to be in starting this new year? We'll go over I have a full moon. I have a new year ritual and plan and stuff like that I plan on sharing with you all. So we will plan to do that a little closer to that right after Christmas, okay? I love you all. Don't forget to like this reading, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Virgos.